Okay, let's see if I can start. I want to do this one, but it's stuck on this one.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Okay, yeah, it started that one. Let's try this one again. I'm gonna walk this way so I don't have to start something.
No time to lose.
There we go.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Can you hear me, Twee? Okay. Yeah, he is. Everybody loves Risley. I didn't get Risley, but everybody loves Risley.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
Aww.
Sigh! Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
She's so cute.
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Ridesley.
These two.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Okay, I have to remember correctly. If... No! I have to do the other one! Because they got stuck. Oh. Damn it. Alright, we're doing both at the same time then. Oh man. I don't want to do this.
No time to lose.
We are gonna get so confused. You won't let me do one. I have to do both.
This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave. Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys? Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Here we go again. I guess we're doing both stories, and I'm gonna try not to get confused.
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, Traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair! Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone.
Damn, Paimon. Yep, Paimon is no filter here.
It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
We're doing both at the same time. Oh my gosh, this just got more confusing. Okay, can I just... Is it done now? Can I do the other one? Okay. Cool. Jeez Louise.
No time to lose.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
I swear, she says tea.
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm
Oh,
sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
well then, she said tea. Oh my goodness, they only drink tea over here.
Typical Sigh. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
I don't remember any criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Okay, cool.
No time to lose.
Go higher? The heck? Okay, we said go higher. That's going down. It should be.
No time to lose.
Oh. The story. I just got lost because they made me do the other one too. Anyway, what? What tweet?
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
And I got stuck. Okay.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
There's an elevator to go up somewhere. Here.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Let's go somewhere else.
Oh my god. No! Jesus. Yeah, it was. The elevator took some time.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other.
We'll see, Twee. We'll see.
All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Okay, let's go.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who award the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Alright. Let's go. If it tells me you look for stuff in the box, I swear.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
Ooh,
What?
I know, right?
You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case.
What the? Tweet, where'd you get the Paimon icon? Where'd you get the Paimon emote? Oh, it's a global emote? Dang, I didn't even see that.
I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
You're browsing? Oh, damn. I didn't even realize there was a Pokemon Global, or Pokemon, Paimon Global one. Dang.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
My initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against them, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things.
What the flip?
I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force it to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
Hello, Alpha Beta, how are you? Thanks for popping in. How's it going? Oh my gosh. Everyone, if you guys can, give Alpha Beta a warm welcome. How are you, Alpha Beta? We are going through the Novelette story.
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
No, you didn't get Jingliu? Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's okay, her rerun's gonna come soon. Got Himeko? You lost a 50-50 to a Himeko? Oh no. Are you getting Topaz, Alpha? Maybe or yes? Yeah, a lot of people have been trying to get Topaz, but I am personally skipping Topaz so I can save for the Jingyuan rerun. I think it should be after this because I have to get Huaha and Jingyuan. So I need as much as I can for those two. Gwenethan is she's a good unit, I think. I haven't gotten her because I don't want to accidentally get Topaz. But like I just don't like her voice or the person like how she was voiced. It became like a Shinyen type of situation, so I didn't get Gwenfin because I play in English and though I cannot deal with that unless I switch back and forth from like English to like Chinese. But what's your Himeko at? E1? Oh, that's good. I think my Himeko's at like E2 and E3. I still need to like rework her just because she's not like doing like the big damage I want her to. But she's a pretty good unit for me. It's okay. I have faith in you that you will get Jingliu on her next rerun. Because I think they're starting to rerun, so I think you'll be fine. You get her in the rerun. I believe in you. I need to start making like commands and stuff for like blessings and stuff like that. And I believe you will get Topaz as well. Since you didn't get Himeko, you're guaranteed now. Guaranteed get any character you want.
Yes. And that's all I know.
Hey, maybe both. Maybe they'll come like within the same temple. Who knows? Mono fire? Oh, is Topaz fire too? Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people are trying to run mono teams. I have a friend who's running mono ice, and then I'm like trying to run like mono wind. And then there's a lot of people who run like mono imaginary. So a lot of people are trying to run for mono teams. Mono, I heard a mono quantum is really good. So like if you have like a Zila and then you have a Fushuan and then I think like a Qingque or something like that and then another one. I forgot what other quantum unit, but oh, I think Lynx as a healer. So a lot of people are running mono quantum.
Sigh, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
I already had mono quantum because I got Fushuan and Lynx. Silver Wolf. Yeah, Silver Wolf too. And Qingque. You use Qingque? How do you like Qingque? Zealer's rerun is right now too, I think. Because I think they released for the PS4.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes, I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
Qingque level 70, even Lynx 2 level 70. Oh, that's good. That's good. I personally don't like using Qingque because I don't think she's, to my opinion, I don't want to like offend you or anything, but to my opinion, she's not a good quantum unit. So I personally don't use Qingque. I don't know if I have a Lynx or not. I probably don't. But I think mono quantum was really strong, from what I've heard. I don't have a Zila, but Fushuan herself was like really good for me.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, If someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law.
Also, I never played Genshin before. I did play it, but I quit playing it. Now I'm playing it a bit. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're getting back into Genshin. It's different from Honkai Star Rail. But I like the content just the same. I like the content for both. So I personally play both. On and off, or sometimes even at the same time. Because it's intriguing to me. I do like to play both. Because it's interesting. One's like a different type of combat versus another one. So sometimes like I'll play Honkai Star Rail in the background because I can auto, and then I'll play Genshin like on the side, or like while I'm playing Honkai Star Rail. So it's pretty neat. I like both.
Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Yeah, at the beginning it can be that way. I was like that too. I was only playing with like the free to play characters, which is like Lisa, Kaya, Amber, and stuff like that. And then came like everybody like on the banner, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want that person. And so I started to grab all these people, and then now like my built teams are like does good damage, like good enough damage that I don't have to like complain too much. I think the only thing I complain about is like the artifact running, but you'll get there. It takes a while. It took me, I think, almost like half a year or a year and a half just to get to like level 50. I'm not sure, but maybe. Right now I'm like on 58, 57, 58, going to like 58, 59. Barely, because when you get like closer to like the higher like AR rank, it gets really hard to get levels for it. So, but I believe you'll get there. You'll see like damage you deal, and then you'll. Oh no. I forgot it was running low on power. I did the other. Okay, I switched it. Can you guys hear me?
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think you'll get there, Alpha. Just keep going at it. Go at your own pace, actually. That's how, like, I appreciated the game, because I went at my own pace. And, like, now getting to where I am, like, I stream it because I enjoy it. Like, I had to go at my own pace, though. I didn't try to rush it like everybody else. I wanted to do, like, slowly or to what I was capable of. And then now I enjoy it. Like, it's more enjoyable when you go at your own pace instead of like rushing through it. Or some people would say speed running through it. So
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments.
huh? What? The Spiral Abyss is on YouTube? Are they doing like floor 12? Because floor 12 I know they can get to like level 100. I never like to do floor 12. I never go past anything besides Like the highest I ever go is like floor 11, and even then I don't even get all the stars. And floor 11 is really hard already, because technically all the people I build is hydro units, but
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Risley and his tea. He keeps doing this.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Yeah, people love Risley. A lot of people like Risley. A lot.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neverlet thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Huh? What?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
The level of those random boss in the last chamber is level 100. That is a hard boss I've never seen in my entire life. When I saw Nato, I was watching the Hoyo. Yeah, so they extended the Spiral Abyss. So normally it would end at like level 8, like stage 8, like chamber 8, whatever. But then they extended it past that. And it goes 9, 10, 11, 12. And 9 is like good. Like it's like a 70 something, and then you reach 10, which is like 80-ish, 90-ish area, and then 11 is where it gets even harder, like 90, 91 maybe, and then 12 is like the hardest one. I can never reach 12. It's too hard for me, and all I build is characters that doesn't work well in floor 12. So
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
Yeah, that's how they did the Abyss, so...
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
That conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise.